Your crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel fighting king. They take wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing, every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, you're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we talk about memories, yeah, we're gonna make up. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break up. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing, every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We have a couple of confident teams coming into today's game. Both walked off the field with victories last time out. It's the Texans going up against the Jaguars. With that, we head upstate to Jacksonville and a rainy Everbank Field. We say hello to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Nice play, baby. Nice play.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And that's incomplete. The defense for the Texans. Here's a look.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner, he's up to the challenge of any receiver.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Hey. Got three. Three down. Green.
Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard. And they'll bring it a few. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Geno Smith has always loved the game of football. Dissects a lot of film, really is invested that way, has a good live arm. Should use his feet a little bit more to help himself out. His mobility never in question, but he likes to stay in the pocket and not leave it.
Now Geno on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, Bortles was accident-prone last year, led the league with 18 picks and an early pick here.
And you know he spent a lot of time in the offseason working on this, thinking about it. It's not that he's not going to throw any. They just hope that that number gets cut down significantly.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Bortles. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big gain of 39 on third.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because, you know, most defenses, 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And then you throw the ball over their heads. And now there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here.
Here we go now.
First down and goal to go from the 7. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now Bortles throwing on second down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Bortles now on third and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Frank's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, here's Miller. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second and 10, Smith again. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Still first down.
Hey, we got three down. No, blue 45, blue 45.
After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
4 down. Here we go now.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Bortles going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bortles now on first down, and Hill with it over the middle. Now Bortles again. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. Now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they face a 3rd down after the fumble on 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd down, Yeldon, and he's got room. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. Fielded at about the 28. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Smith going deep this time for Miller. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. And he's got it up and through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So we hit the halftime break here. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Now Gino. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
Now Gino on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They begin with a run by Yeldon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now Bortles will give to Yeldon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Yeldon, the lone running back. He'll get the football here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Bortles ball's going to give to Yeldon. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon, and he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Franks to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Miller, the lone setback. Throwing now is Geno. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Here. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a handoff to Yeldon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Bortles. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. J.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And Frank's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Miller, the lone setback. Geno now to throw. He's got Fuller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now Geno, and he rifles one incomplete. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun on third down, Smith going deep this time for Miller. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. A first down carry now for Miller. Room here to run. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point attempt to come here. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans defense heading back out now, ready to get their cracks again. A field goal last time is what they gave up in a close game. All these drives start to feel so critical.
And they are. And, you know, we've met so many defensive coordinators who just really hate the bend but don't break mentality. They're much more of the aggressive school. But that mentality has won a lot of games. If you're only giving up field goals on drives, that usually keeps you in it and gives your offense a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, right now it's got them with the lead.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
On play action, now Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And they're going to speed things up here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw. Finding time. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. From the 4, it's second and goal. Here's a give to Yeldon, and he'll get blown up. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Third down and goal from the 6. Here's Yeldon. And the whole clock. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Frank's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Jaguars getting set to go. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they'd better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation NFL on EA Sports.